Today in this video I'm gonna talk about my fight against Keenan Cornelius. Hello everyone, we are back with Thursday Mindset Breakdown. Today in this video I'm gonna talk about my fight against Keenan Cornelius. So this thing about this fight, Keenan was a new guy, I think his first year as black belt, and he created the warming guard. That was something that nobody had time to study, so I had to deal with that. Of course, after the fight, after he came up as black belt, everybody started studying his game and was a little bit easier to see, to map it, but at this time, nobody played this, only him, so I had to deal with that, figure it out during the fight. So it was a little bit challenge for me. So my strategy was, I know he wanna pull guard, he wanna do his lapel thing and control the fight, so that's why I choose to just pull guard without even grip, because I knew he couldn't like just pass my guard because I was heavier than him, so he wouldn't just, especially in the first minute of the fight, I would be really explosive. So that's why I choose to just pull guard, and I managed to get a sweep right away. I almost tried to do like a back take, but he managed to defend and I just got the 2 points. So after I was on top, he started like losing up the lapel, so I was with my gi tied under my belt, so he was like losing it up, so I wasn't really sure what he was trying to do yet, because like I said, it was new, something new. Of course nowadays everybody knows what he's looking for, but at this time was something different. So I was trying to understand what he was trying to do, and that's why I choose to be, my best game at the time was passing speed on my feet. So I knew if I do that, if I come up on my feet, I would give him too much space. So that's why I choose to be on my knees, because I thought I would have like a better chance. And I was putting like some pressure, so I forced him to change a little bit. So you see, he was controlling my sleeve, and my strategy was working. You see how I had the control of his legs. So at that moment I really thought I would get the pass, but that foot on the biceps really saved him. Referee stop us, get back to the center. So one foot he was on the biceps, other one he was on the lapel, and you see he got back to the feet in the lapel. I was fighting for him a little bit, not just to let pass around, because I didn't really know what to expect. So I didn't know what he was trying to do, but I knew he wanted my lapel to pass the leg over. But at the gym nobody played this game, so it's really hard to study for that. So I was really concerned, and at the same point I was winning the fight, so he's the one that needs to expose himself, not me. So I was waiting for the right moment. But you see how I hold the lapel, because if it's something that he wants, I don't want to give it to him. So that I was trying to give him the hardest time to get into his game. So he changed. So instead of get the lapel, he got the opposite one, and then he managed to get like what he was looking for. You see, I didn't understand at the time, but he was trying just to put enough pressure in my knee to create angle to go to my back. So you see, he got the hook. So at the moment, like I was, all right, so I can't do any mistake. He got like, kind of like a X guard with the lapel, which was like really weird. And it was like super tight. So at this moment I was like, all right, so I think he got the sweep. So it will be really hard for me to get out of that, because it was super tight. But at the same point, I felt he was like holding the lapel super tight. So no matter how strong you are, at the end of the day, you're gonna get tired. So I could feel like his grip, he was like super tight. So he was like forcing too much the grip. So okay, eventually he gonna get tired. I knew that. So he had a really good lapel, and I didn't have angle to try to break it. So I was being honest in this moment, I was waiting for him to do the transition to try to go to my back or anything. That moment I would like try to fight him back. So you see, I was trying to stop him with the lapel, But at this moment I was waiting for him to change, but he wasn't changing at all. He felt like I was a little bit out of base and out of control the situation, so that's why he stick with the grip. But in that moment I wasn't really worried because I was ahead of the fight, and at the same moment that he was like controlling the grip, he couldn't really like finish on top. So that's why I was like, okay, he has a good grip, he can control my leg, but I can't see his sweeping right now. But then he started going upside down guard, get a little bit tighter the lapel, and I wasn't worrying too much about the top leg, and I think that was my mistake. But like I said at the time, I didn't really know what to expect at this time, so I was worrying too much about the outside leg. In reality, what I think I should focus more was in the leg of the lapel. So now he got upside down, and that was the moment that I think he got the sweep, or he finished on top. He had a really good control of my lapel, so that's why I didn't let go anytime his lapel grip on his chest, because I didn't want him to approach and get like closer. So that was I was keeping the distance with this grip. So at this moment I was like, okay, he has to let go. You see, the moment that I let go his lapel, his chest, he came up and got the sweep. In this moment, I felt he almost had my back, but I had like a decision to make. Or I let him get on my back, or I choose to put my back on the mat. So I don't really want him on my back, so that's why right away I put my back on the mat, because it's better to have him on top of me than on my back attacking my neck. So that's why I but I gave up the points to be on bottom, and because that's how when I have a good opportunity to sweep him back. At this moment the fight was draw 2-2, but you see, that was the funny thing that I wasn't expecting. He didn't let go of lapel at the same time, and now he's sweeping himself back. I don't even know if the referee gave the points to me or not, but even the ref was a little bit confused. But I think he gave just an advantage for me. I think his strategy gone wrong a little bit, but he did a smart choice to get back in the same position, because maybe he think, okay, now I'm gonna get his back. I know what to do, but I was aware of he was looking for at the same time. So I was really comfortable in the deep half. I don't even know if I was winning at the time, but I think I was by one advantage, and I had a really good position to sweep. But like I said, he was giving so much attention on the grip, and he was holding like so tight. I was even like, a lot of times I tried to break his grip with my leg, and I felt I was just wasting time because he was holding so much. But sooner or later, I think I knew we would get weaker, the grip. So I got a really good position. If he let go the lapel in any moment, I would sweep him. So I was waiting for the right opportunity. But he knew that. So you see, now he let go. So all right, now we back to the game. He doesn't have the lapel. He tried to do like a long step pass, but that was my game. Half guard, I feel like half spider, how we call. I feel so comfortable in the position. So as soon as I got the control, you see how he controlled my sleeve, but I used that to control his sleeve, and then I went to the sweep. So you see, kind of like we call the half spider guard. And I felt the opportunity. When he break my grip, I came up. He did a really good job taking the leg out, but I felt like he couldn't really go to my back because he had one foot on the mat and the other one in the air, so it was easy for me just to turn around and grab his leg. So now when I come up on top, I came up different because I was a little bit aware of what he was looking for. So, and then I said, okay, I'm not gonna deal with the leg that he's on bottom, so I think I'm gonna deal with the other leg. So you see now when he got the lapel, I didn't let he create the angle. So in my head I was, okay, I need to keep him a little bit flat. So you see I was dealing with the foot inside, so he was trying to do the same strategy, but now I control a little bit better. Oh, you see how his foot, it's outside, so now that was the time that I started like paying attention to the foot and try to kill that, because if I keep between his legs was good for him. So my idea was to push one leg to the half guard between my legs, so I could stop his angle. So you see, now I put him in the half guard, the same position that I like to be on bottom, but now it was easy to kill his warm guard, and then that's the moment that I use to pass. You see how I manage myself to go to the side and then control the lapel. That was like a lot of people saw, and a lot of people is trying to do the same thing after that move, because was the concept of the long step pass, but you had to deal with the foot first, kill the foot, put between your legs, and then go to the long step. That's what I did. And like I said, I knew if I go to the long step and do like a good kick, he wouldn't be able to hold the grip for too long, because he was holding for like almost 10 minutes, and I knew I would break his grip. So once I passed, I knew he would react and would try to push me. That's the moment when I push his leg down and jump to the other side, getting the side control, getting the pass. So after I looked to everybody was like yelling for so long that I was the one stalling, so it made me so mad. And that's why when I came up, I kind of like was looking for everyone who was stalling calling the stalling shots. It was a good fight, because like I said, I had to deal with that during these 10 minutes, and I didn't know how to. Okay, we studied a little bit, but we didn't really know how to do in the real situation, because nobody played this game at the time. It's different when somebody try to do in a live situation and when you're just studying. So I had to deal and figure it out during the fight, and I used the long step pass concept to get the pass and to manage to do this. And a lot of people use the same concept and to pass his guard later on during his career, right? So I got the pass, I got the victory, and I advanced to the final. There was one more video about the Thursday Mindset Breakdown. Some people asked me to comment about this fight, so don't forget to comment below which fight you want me to comment next, and don't forget to subscribe in the channel. Thank you very much.